All right, guys, it is officially conspiracy time. The past couple of days, people have been talking about this fog that's been kind of a little weird, and may or may not be malicious. So we're gonna put our tinfoil hats on, and we're gonna see what we can learn.
Low visibility in spots due to some dense morning fog.
Tonight we've got fog along the river and into western Iowa, zero visibility.
Which is being impacted not only by the fog that still seems to be fairly dense at this hour.
Outside Heathrow Airport, the air traffic control tower is barely visible. Emerging from the fog, this plane is one of the flights that made it.
Just for the record, I'm terrified to go on a plane in normal circumstances. If I got on a plane and where we were landing was foggy, I think I would pass out. I'm a big baby when it comes to that stuff. But if the plane, like if I can't see the ground, I'm just gonna assume that the plane can't see the ground and that we're all gonna die. I'm a huge baby about it. And I'm self-aware, but it is what it is.
For the last 7 days, the world has been shrouded in a veil of mystery. An unrelenting fog that stretches from the poop-covered streets of Portland, Oregon, to the quietest corners of the countryside. This is no ordinary weather phenomenon. It's a dense, suffocating mist with an unsettling smell of chemicals lingering in the air.
Now, I guess the only thing that really piqued my interest as far as all of this goes is this fog is coming right after all of these UFO sightings that have been like crazy. Everyone is seeing UFOs everywhere. And then all of a sudden there's fog. That's a little bit suspicious.
Residents in every corner of the globe have reported seeing strange, glittering particles suspended within it, almost as if the fog is alive, hiding secrets within its depths. The fog has already claimed lives. 4 catastrophic plane crashes in just 1 week.
No
Travel
way.
has ground to a halt, and fear grips the population. But the questions don't end there. People who've come into direct contact with the fog are reporting severe.
Wait, I want to read
Don't
that.
end there. People who've come.
I don't care if I sounded saying this fog doesn't feel right. I can't explain it. I'm in Missouri, and it's been happening for days. I've heard it's happening everywhere. Is it happening where you are? Ooh.
Come into direct contact with the fog are reporting severe illness, nausea, dizziness, and even unexplained rashes.
I will say I haven't gotten any of that stuff. Our fog was only like a day, but I don't like the
Scientists are
like the
baffled,
idea.
and officials remain silent. But silence only breeds suspicion. Whispers of government involvement are spreading like wildfire. Could this fog be the result of geoengineering gone wrong, or perhaps a deliberate act of control? And if that's not enough to send shivers down your spine, consider this. In the weeks leading up to the fog's arrival, reports of UFO sightings reached an all-time high.
And what would be the quickest, easiest way to deliver a fog blanketing the entire country in UFOs that are carrying this payload?
Some believe the government is using this chemical-laden haze to obscure something they don't want us to see, something watching us from the skies. Tonight we dive into the enigma of the toxic fog. What is it? Where did it come from? And most importantly, what are they trying to hide?
So now here's my next concept. This kind of goes back to the first pandemic, or the pandemic that we just had, that I'm not going to say the name of. What if these things are being kind of blown out of proportion, or what if they know how to like psychologically manipulate us into talking about these things and scaring everyone, so that way even healthy people go to the doctor just to be safe? What if that's all they're trying to do, is increase the number of people going to get regular checkups, and then the doctor can do their job and be like, oh yeah, you need all of this medicine, and then Big Pharma, gets all their money. What if that's all it is? It could be that simple. It doesn't need to be this big, convoluted thing. They don't have to make you sick in order to get you to take medicine. All they have to do is convince your doctor to give you medicine. And then the doctor's job is to convince you. And that's what you're paying them for. If you go there and you get a medication, you probably feel like you got ripped off. It's all psychological.
Has anybody else noticed it's been foggy for days now, and the internet never fails to let me know what's happening? The first thing I saw said this is all down to geoengineering. What's that? I have no idea. Another thing I saw said
This guy's got an
it's
awesome
down
voice.
to chemtrails. If you don't know what chemtrails are, if you look at an airplane flying over and you see like water vapor coming out the back, a lot of people believe
I'm still 50-50
that's
on
something dodgy
chemtrails.
by the government. Hey. Now, another theory that is quite interesting is the government doesn't want you to see what's in the sky. Now, I'm not too sure what that means, but one thing the fog did stop me seeing was the horse racing was on ITV. Couldn't even see the horses running. Weird. And then another theory,
That would
which
be
is
crazy.
the obvious one, UFOs.
Mm-hmm.
Causing all this fog. And there are some people saying it could just be fog.
It could be. It could be.
What do you think's causing all this fog?
So I have seen no videos on this.
This
so I'm
guy's
just
actually
gonna talk
sick.
about it. The fog. That's right, people. This weird fog.
I find it weird that he's seen no videos on it because I've seen a ton of videos already. I've seen videos. The posts are what did it for me. The first couple of posts I saw, I was like, this is creepy and interesting. And then I started looking into it.
Shit that has been around for days,
Fog
and
of
it's
shit.
supposedly making people sick. Well, I feel like shit. And this is what I'm talking about.
See, this part confuses me because this looks
is
like
what
normal.
it's looked like in Ohio
This is normal Ohio.
for days, okay? I've also been getting progressively shittier feeling in the past days. If you
That
guys are
sucks so bad.
going through this and are seeing this, please let me know. Because I just find it really strange, okay, that I was completely fine, and then all of a sudden this weather comes in, and I feel like shit. Something's up, y'all. Like something
that
is up.
everybody
And
needs
what
some
I feel
existential
is not
thing.
normal. Like I feel like my body is panicking. Like it's going like alarm after alarm after alarm. It's not the flu. It's not a cold. I'm getting hot. I'm getting chills. I feel like I'm gonna throw up every 10 minutes. America, tell me if you are going through this and if there is fog.
What's up with
I enjoy the idea. I'm like this as well. I'm a huge baby when I get sick. I'm awful. But I do enjoy the idea that this guy needs some existential crisis to justify him potentially just getting the common cold. That's how I feel every time. Every time I get sick, I'm like, somebody did this to me. And then I'm just like a whiny baby on the couch for like a week while my fiance takes care of me.
the fog? Everywhere I look, there's posts about fog. I just rode back with my husband from Pennsylvania to Georgia, and let me tell you about what we saw.
I gotta
We crossed
drive to
7
Georgia on
states.
Sunday.
We went from Pennsylvania to Maryland to West Virginia, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, then Georgia, and there was fog in almost every state.
Dude,
Like, yes, there was some
if
weather.
it's okay, if it's foggy, I gotta drive on this Sunday. It's Wednesday right now. This Sunday, I have to drive from Michigan to Georgia. If it's foggy, I'll try to get some video of it for you guys to do a part 2 follow up on this video because that would be crazy.
Going on. There was a little rain here and there, but 7 states, like, it's really odd. Everybody's talking about this fog that's making them sick.
Another morning with this thick mystery fog. Again, been here 36 years, never seen this go on so long. Smells different, eyes burn. I had flu symptoms. They spelled flu wrong. Body aches. This is abnormal. Fog.
This fog after these things we've been seeing in the air that we can't talk about. They're spraying stuff from these things, and maybe it's causing some of this.
Dude, I'm sorry. I don't like if it's illegal. If I see a thing hovering above my home and it starts pissing on my house, I'm shooting it. Because at that point, it's leaving the air. The thing that it's releasing is touching my home now. And at that point, that's stand your ground. Don't touch my house. I don't care if it's a liquid that's leaking out. You're not allowed to touch my home. I don't care.
This illness and this fog is part of it. There's this thick fog everywhere we went. And when we got to Virginia, a place called Fancy Gap, I think they're known for having some issues with fog, but this was so bad we almost had to pull over the car. Like, we could not see where we were going.
That's
I don't
crazy.
know if it's just me, but for the last few days, I have been having this weird feeling like something big is about to happen, right? Like this weird feeling of impending doom. I have been having this
I don't like
crazy
that.
feeling like in my belly. I don't know what it is, okay? To be brutally honest, I feel like something is already happening. And here's why. For the last few days, there have been crazy reports of dense, thick fog in many states all over America, in addition to the UK. Now,
That's pretty great. Honestly, I feel like if you live in a big city and it's foggy, it's probably so pretty. Look how pretty that is. Like, that's cool looking. On top, like, high enough on skyscrapers, they probably can't see anything. They probably look and feel like they're just suspended in midair. Guys, real quick, make sure you give credit to the original creator of this video. Strange Frog is making people sick. 25 buttholes. They're at 104,000 subscribers. Go give them a subscription and give them a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you guys anything. And they got some quality content here that we're reacting to.
America, in addition to the UK. Now, this is not your regular fog, because a lot of people have been reporting that they have been seeing some weird type of mist coming out of the sky with this fog, okay? In addition to that, there have been 4 plane crashes, y'all, within the last 5 days, okay? 3 of those plane crashes occurred within the last 24 hours.
Dude.
You had one on Christmas Day in Kazakhstan, and then within the last 24
Christmas
hours,
Day?
you had one in South
That
Korea,
sucks so
Nova
bad.
Scotia, as well as Norway. In addition to that, y'all, so many people have been reporting this weird sickness, where as though they're having muscle soreness, sore throat, body aches, nausea, vomiting, dizziness, the whole 9. And they said that this sickness had just been coming out of nowhere. I don't know about you,
That's
but I
usually
feel
what
like
happens
something
with
big
sickness,
is
though.
happening or about to happen, and these people just are not telling us. What are your thoughts?
What the heck is going on, guys?
This is just going to be a bunch of people talking about the fog. The sickness thing, I would need to see more proof about the sickness thing in order for me to feel a little more comfortable about that. But the fog and the plane crashes, I guess the fogs would cause sickness, wouldn't they? The thick fog blanketing the planet, or at least a good portion of the country for that long period of time after the drones, is still a little suspicious.
Guys, it is so freaking foggy
I try to
out
remain
here, and it's been
skeptical.
like this for like the past 6 days. I've been seeing this all over my FYP. This is definitely not normal for this time of year. I'm in the Midwest. I'm in Illinois right now, and it's been so difficult to drive. Right now, it's a little bit brighter than it was earlier, but the visibility is still low, so I'm gonna turn the camera. Oh, I don't see the option to turn the camera around, but so you guys can see, you can't see anything past that barn there, and it's been, oh, my babies want to say hi.
Ooh. Wait a minute. Let's go look at the turkey. Look at how huge he is. That's awesome. They decorate all for Christmas too. Come on.
Want to say hi.
Hi.
I've been seeing people all over the world experiencing this. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know why it's so foggy.
It's creepy,
let me
man.
know if you're experiencing the same thing in the comments there. I just think it's super weird because this is not normal for this time of year for us. We farm, we track the weather every year. I've looked at my notes, and I have not seen anything like this in January ever in my life. So let me know.
What's going on with
this
this
must
fog?
have been published
There's
today
been so
then.
many people in different cities, different states, and different countries.
Dior bags. Wait a minute. Am I crazy? I feel like I remember this too. There's a certain one. Where's the problem? I guess I don't know about the Dior bag thing.
Talking about this fog that's appearing over cities that is weird and it smells different, and it's not natural either for the time of year or the way it looks is a little bit odd. And I've seen videos from the UK, from Canada, from so many states in America right now that is talking about this fog. And the reason this is important is because different things keep happening, right? Because the Dior bags apparently don't exist and they're covering it up.
What?
And some of them were leaving certain trails that people believe to be unnatural and harmful to us. And now that there's this fog, and people have been reporting going through this fog and feeling kind of weird and having it smell a little...
What's the Dior bag thing?
Man-made, and it's really odd.
Now, what do you think is the reason for this strange fog? Whether it's a natural phenomenon, a catastrophic failure of human engineering, or something far more sinister, one thing is clear: we're left with more questions than answers. Why does it carry the scent of chemicals? Why are people falling ill? And why now, at a time when the skies have been more active than ever? Is it a coincidence, or could this be a deliberate attempt to keep us blind to what's above? If history has taught us anything, it's that the truth has a way of surfacing, eventually. But until then, all we can do is keep asking questions, keep demanding answers, and keep watching the skies. The fog may obscure our vision, but it can't hide the truth forever.
Nice. Yeah, guys, go give this guy a sub. That was an epic video. The idea that they're masking the skies, like trying to hide the skies, that's pretty cool. Because the only way to hide the skies is essentially by using a fog. I guess clouds, but if they need to hide the skies a little bit closer for, like, let's say, drone flight, then a fog would do it, wouldn't it? All right, next one. We just got a couple of articles and then a couple of X-posts to look at. The drone crisis currently plaguing the eastern United States shows no signs of abating. With hundreds of mysterious orbs spotted in the skies over recent weeks, sudden sightings have been predominantly reported in New Jersey, but have also spread to New York and Connecticut. Despite officials attempting to reassure public that these unidentified objects pose no threat to national security, their unknown origins continue to fuel wild speculation. Some theorists suggest they are searching for nuclear warheads, while others believe they could be property of foreign superpowers. Here's my concept. I think that they're part of some new Iron Dome kind of thing to protect us from outside threats, whether that be stuff from Earth or stuff from space. Alarmingly, some observers predict that this wave of sightings is just the beginning, with a significant event expected within the next few weeks. UFO expert Dr. Stephen Greer has suggested that these global light displays are part of a staged operation designed to trick the public into believing an alien invasion is imminent. Speaking to Newsmax's Robert Finnerty, Dr. Greer predicted the situation will escalate within the next 30 days or so. He believes that the supposed alien invasion is a diversion tactic to hide the truth about extraterrestrial encounters, which he alleges have been occurring for several decades. Interesting. So they're gonna stage the arrival of aliens, even though they've allegedly been here for decades. That's actually kind of crazy. All right, next. Drone crisis is just the beginning, as expert warns. Big announcement due in 30 days. Is this also from Stephen Greer? Yep. Yeah, this is the same exact article, essentially. So, okay. Next two, we just got two posts from X. This is the first one that I actually saw that turned me on to this whole thing with the fog of war. 4chan have initiated an investigation. It doesn't get any better than this. If you want answers, videos in the thread. I'm not going to go through the whole thread. I'm just going to read this guy. While shills have been spamming thousands of Elon threads, you've missed that the bird flu propaganda is ramping up, and there are now major recalls of eggs, milk, chicken, beef, and pork. There's a mysterious dense fog covering over 2/3 of the United States and increasing. It's in other countries. It's dry, full of dense particulate that smells awful and is making people ill. Additionally, Klaus Schwab has announced 6 billion are going to die this year. I don't know about that, guys. Take this all with a grain of salt. I'm just reading off of someone's random Twitter post. And the global community is furious that Trump plans to pull out of the World Health Organization. On the day of his presidency, the WHO has created Zero Pact, which almost every country has signed, agreeing to cede full governmental authority to them in the instance of a pandemic, which in 2023 and 2024 they predicted would be bird flu. But yeah, keep talking about Twitter screen caps and hypothetical Indians. It's definitely not a distraction at all. Interesting. All right, and then, so yeah, guys, I'm not trying to read any of this to be existential. It's just for entertainment purposes only. This is all parody. Do with this information what you will. This MH370 situation, by the way, very interesting to look into. We'll have to dedicate a whole episode to that as well. That one blows me away. Ashton Forbes, highly recommend checking him out on Twitter. All right. From Shadow of Ezra, nearly a third of the U.S. population spanning 27 states is experiencing an unprecedented wave of dense fog, the thickest in nearly 2 decades. While mainstream media claims this extreme fog is perfectly normal, for... All right, here we go. For the season, social media is buzzing with reports of bizarre odors and unexplained illnesses linked to the phenomenon, with similar accounts emerging from the UK to the US. In this situation, who should we trust? Our own eyes and senses, or the mainstream media that places its faith in Dr. Fauci and vaccines? Interesting. Okay. 3-minute video talking about the fog and stuff. I'm not going to watch this. This is going to be goofy. But the pictures of the fog, I was like, wow. The pictures of the fog going over the whole... I believe this is like Maine. Am I wrong? Maybe it's Mexico. I'm not sure where this is. Belize, Guatemala. Okay, there you go. Florida is entirely coated in fog whenever this was taken. North Carolina, Georgia, Virginia, Mississippi, Massachusetts. I don't know about Massachusetts. It's Louisiana. But yeah, I don't know. The fog thing is crazy to me. Guys, definitely check out 25 Buttholes. Give him a subscribe. Send him a like. I appreciate you for stopping by. What do you guys think of the fog? Do you guys think there's anything to it? Do you guys think it has anything to do with the UFOs that have been spotted over the past, month now? It's been over a month, I think. It's been pretty interesting to watch everything unfold. I enjoy the concept that, my concept is that it could be some kind of Iron Dome thing. And the other idea is that it's going to be a staged, alien arrival, even though they may have been here for years, decades already. But would love to know what you guys think in the comments down below. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Smash the like button. If you're new, please consider subscribing. And I will see you guys all next time. Good night.